Right, welcome ladies and gents. It's your fault that Disney makes bad movies. Anyone that criticises Disney movies, it's your fault. You, right there. Do you know why it's your fault? Because you don't like the fact Disney doesn't conform to regressive gender stereotypes. You're a bigot. You're a big old bigot. That's you. They just can't accept any fault, can they? But you know what's funny about this? Is that if not wanting to change the entirety of the globe, the entirety of society, for 0.0 whatever it is percent, or 0.2%, whatever it is, 2%, who cares? But for not wanting to change the entirety of society for the minority makes you a bigot, then yes, I'm sure the majority of people are actually bigots. Because society shouldn't be catered to the minority. That's not how society functions on any level that makes it productive and also functional. I don't want to use the same word twice in one go, but it's true. Society cannot function when you are appeasing consistently the minority of people's beliefs. It doesn't work like that at all. So yeah, I guess we are all just bigots if that's the lens you're going to call everyone a bigot through, which is a weird lens, but never mind. So we'll dive into this today. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Turn the bell notifications on and hit subscribe. So here you have it, look. They just can't take any blame. You criticise the Disney company. Well, Disney executive says that's just because you want, you basically the movies, you want them to conform to regressive gender stereotypes. Right, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Idiots. So the anonymous executive from the Walt Disney Company decided to blame moviegoers for the company's films bombing at the box office. And it's easier to do that then, isn't it? It's easier to do that than to look introspectively and suggest that maybe you are the problem. There's that hilarious segment in Peep Show where they just go, I think it was Mitchell and Webb. Like, I think we're the bad guys. Are we the bad guys? Yes, you are the bad guys, Disney. Like, you are the bad people here. You need to accept it. Well, one day. But it's easier not to accept that. It's not easier just to blame other people. I get it. Taking the coward's way out. So, Puck writer Matthew Baloney wrote an article last Thursday documenting how the Walt Disney Company's favourability has declined among Americans in a poll conducted by Quorum. The poll found that Disney had the highest unfavourability rating among other blue chip companies, clocked in with 21% unfavourable score. Comparatively, Sony had the lowest with just 5% unfavourable score. Interesting. The poll also found that respondents are divided by political party. It found that fully 30% of Republicans and 26% of independents have an unfavourable opinion of the company compared to only 8% of Democrats. That makes sense because Disney is political. So pollster David Herron shared his thoughts about these results, stating, while conservatives give Disney higher unfavourables, it's not perceived wokeness that's keeping people from theatres. The more immediate issues facing the entire industry, not just Disney, is the quality of the content and the price of moviegoing. This is true. In response to this article, an anonymous Disney executive informed Baloney that the fans are to blame for Disney's films bombing. So the executive informed Baloney, everyone says it's the movie's stupid, which is an easy thing for people to say. More appealing movies are a great way to jump the political issues. But more and more our audience, or the segment of the audience that has been politicised, equate the perceived messaging in a film as a quality issue. Two things can be true, idiot. They won't say they find female empowerment distasteful in the Marvels or Star Wars, but they will say they don't like those movies because they are bad. So make better movies becomes code for make movies to conform to regressive gender stereotypes or put men front and centre in the narrative, which is what you're seeing now and what Bob Iger's pivot is about right now. There's a few things to digest there and kind of take a look at, right? Actually, people will say they don't like massive female empowerment movies because the way you empower females in modern era is by just treading on men and belittling men consistently. Whereas, I've just done a video on Sarah Connor, for instance, right? Linda Hamilton and Sarah Connor. That was by no way a movie which portrayed men as evil, bad, ridiculous, dumb, shit, whatever. But you were still able to perfectly encapsulate a strong woman. Sarah Connor will go down in history as one of the most well-liked strong female characters of all time, along with Ellen Ripley. Again, not a person that had to demean men and denigrate men to achieve that status. So you tell me, riddle me this, idiots, not you guys watching, Disney executives, if they can achieve that, why can't you? No creativity, no ability to construct a hero's journey. And that's the thing, that's the issue. So yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy to say actually female empowerment in the context and the lens that you guys do it currently is distasteful, because it is. It absolutely is. And they are bad because they do it in a distasteful manner. Absolutely ridiculous. So they say this, it's unclear what critics of the Walt Disney Company this executive has listened to, but many critics lampoon Marvel and Star Wars for its injection of intersectional feminism, an abhorrent and evil ideology that does nothing to empower women, but clearly leads them to being replaced by mentally ill men claiming to be women. Talk about aggressive. Yeah, I mean, with that, you know, that sort of the linchpin of that they're discussing is the transgender issue. But I would argue that, you know, intersectional feminism as a whole is a wholly misogynistic practice. It serves to belittle women and make women a slave to like some random boss that doesn't love them and that just make them a worker bee for the hive. Whereas, you know, traditionalism would make a woman go, oh, I actually just want to work at home. I want to look after the home and, you know, work for someone that loves me, that provides for me. I mean, that's a much, much nicer outlook, I would say, but never mind. People are insane, I guess, these days. So yeah, this is just interesting and hilarious. That this is the sort of route that they all go to consistently and always. And, you know, saying this, you know, this is what we're seeing right now, what Bob Iger's pivot is about right now. I doubt they are going to pivot anywhere close to anything to do with this. They are not going to pivot properly. You are not going to get that. You're just not. And the movies are stupid. You have dumb writers writing dumb movies with dumb characters and dumb narratives. Yeah, the movies are actually bad. There are huge gaping plot holes bigger than the Grand Canyon in so many movies. You construct characters in a way which make them just irredeemable and unlikable. You know, you do have to make characters likable. Every woman now is just this weird little archetype of a boss babe through a feminist lens where they grimace and groan. They don't even smile. They're not likable. Right? You fundamentally fail at writing characters these days. So yeah, the movies are dog shit and they are stupid and they are bad. For many reasons. Anyway. It's not Disney's fault though, guys. Don't blame Disney. Hello there folks, and apologies for interrupting the video, but I just wanted to let you know that I have merch once again. Yes, MrHShop.com is my brand new merch store, and as you can see, we've got some of the old designs, but there are some absolutely fantastic brand new designs. If you want to support the channel, this is the very best way to do that. Please do shop now at MrHShop.com. It's a fantastic way to support the channel when we get heavy demonetization on YouTube. Anyway, thanks so much. Back to the video.